Today I fucked up by sending my D&D group a steamy shower video. Quick background. My wife and I were having a light-hearted argument about the best way to clean feet. I told her that I like to put a bit of body soap on the shower floor and then quickly move my feet back and forth over the soap until clean. She thought that was incredibly stupid. So fast forward to today, I'm taking my shower and get the brilliant idea to take a video of my method, because obviously she just didn't understand. I grab my phone and try to balance it and the soap bottle. Then I proceed to my method. I was trying to keep the video tasteful, but wasn't super worried, seeing as the recipient was my wife, so there was some floppy in the video for a brief second. I finish cleaning my feet and go to send the video through Messenger. And yeah, I did the thing I never thought I would do. I sent it to the D&D group chat. I panicked and tried to undo, but the phone had some significant moisture on it, as well as my fingers, so didn't quite make it. I jumped out of the shower and dried my hands and phone like a maniac. With dry fingers and phone, I unlocked and went into Messenger, then to the group chat just in time to see the little dots drop. The Dragonborn Rouge, the half-elf ranger, and the human fighter all saw it. We were sending memes back and forth before the shower, so I guess they were still active. I quickly unsent and took a moment to figure out my response. The first message from the ranger: WTF, I just started sending out apologies like crazy. It's surprisingly hard to explain why you were making a foot cleaning video in the first place. I guess I just figured that if I keep trying to explain and apologize in short bursts, the avalanche of pathetic groveling and embarrassing explanations would keep things at bay. Luckily I play with some great people who know me fairly well, so everyone got a good laugh. But I doubt we'll get much gaming done next session. No way I'm going to live this down anytime soon. Too long didn't read. I took a video of how I like to wash my feet in the shower after my wife said it was weird, and accidentally sent a brief flash of wang to my D&D group. I have made similar blunders to similar demographic of friends, and out of sheer, I just said, "Hey, I'm married." Awkward chuckle from all and moved on. I'm sure there will be plenty of jokes, but I'll just have to take my lumps. Deserve it, but wouldn't want to change groups for anything. BTW, that is an awful way to wash your feet. What if you slip with your wife on this one fella? Funny, she brought up that exact same point. But to be fair, I've been doing that for years. It may actually be my only real talent. Smiley face, smiley face, smiley face. That's pretty funny and good you have a light-hearted group. They're a great group. Still not looking forward to facing them. It's going to be brutal. That's hilarious. Ain't gonna lie, you had me at D&D. Seriously though, you slip in the shower cause you put soap on the floor and you got no one to blame but yourself. Today I fucked up by making my ex think I'm stalking her in the dark. This happened about a year ago but just felt like sharing. Some background: me, 20 at the time, and my ex, 20F, had a messy breakup that resulted in no contact between us. This was quite difficult to enforce as we attended the same university and had similar social circles. My ex was dating someone else, the president of the left-wing society at my university. This will be important later. One evening, I was bored and decided to attend an LGBT society meeting. I looked on Facebook where it was going to be held, and headed over to that building. I walked confidently into the room and went to sit down. As I pulled out the chair I noticed that it was eerily quiet and I felt the eyes of the room on me. I looked up to see my ex and her new girlfriend standing there looking at me in horror along with around 6 other people. This was the wrong room. I was in the left society meeting that my ex's new girlfriend ran. I quickly apologized and left, walking into the correct room for the LGBT meeting. It gets worse. After the LGBT meeting, it was raining heavily outside, so I decided to stand under the building opposite and wait for it to calm down. After a few minutes it did and I began to walk away. As I was doing this I noticed my ex and her friends leaving the left soc meeting. In a panicked state, for some reason I thought she's going to think I'm waiting out here for her being a stalker. She looked over at me, I like a deer in the headlights, made eye contact with her. In a state of panic I then thought it was a good idea to sprint behind a bush. To make it worse, about 6 other people had witnessed this. Never been so mortified. Too long didn't read, accidentally ended up looking like a stalker to my ex, hiding behind a bush in an attempt to not look like a stalker. Wow, I mean, it's like an accomplishment to look that silly. It's almost wholesome. This is the kind of stuff you see in sitcoms. Gold. To hell with what they think, you are doing great without that person, so don't worry what anyone but you thinks. Things happen, chalk it up to a simple mistake and laugh about it in 20 years when you are with your future bliss. Oh wow, I'd just pack my bags and move to another continent. That's a Texas-sized oof right there, buddy. I originally said man instead of buddy, plus stop downvoting the person who corrected me. Woman. Edit, the original comment said man and was updated to buddy, so there is no reason to downvote me. I'm not sexist. Should have done a little jig as you hid behind the bush. That would have broken the awkwardness. Spelling. Today I fucked up by opening my kid's Christmas gift. Let's set the scene. My girlfriend, her kid, who's mine now. Christmas morning. Ugly sweaters, hot cocoa, the works. Our first Christmas is all together, so we wanted to make it a big deal. The gifts get unwrapped. Everyone's happy with what they got, so naturally the best course of action would be to stab myself, right? My birthday was last week, and my girlfriend went all out on an extremely fancy and sharp pocket knife for me. Personalized engraving, lifetime warranty type thing. So I'm using it to pop off zip ties as if they weren't even there, when I slip just the tiniest bit and sink the blade a solid 2 inches into the meat of my index finger. Profanity. Loud, robust profanity. The GF runs downstairs and casually informs me that we will be taking that always pleasant Christmas ER trip. The kitchen looked like someone tried to high-five the garbage disposal. So we make it to the car, and this woman realizes we aren't wearing shoes, so runs back inside. Now, I can't give much personal recollection from this point, because I was completely detached from the world. The next thing I'm aware of, it's several minutes later, and she's yelling at me, the kid's yelling at her, the 911 operator is asking her if I'm breathing. I am in a panic trying to figure out who's hurt. From her perspective, I walk out the door to get in the car and she turns around to grab shoes and masks. She's in the house for about 30 seconds and then runs out to the car. When she sits in the driver's seat, I'm hunched over in my seat, totally unconscious, eyes rolling, blood spurting around her car, totally limp, making dying sounds. She freaks out trying to get me to sit back up and wake up. She is on the phone with 911 for a solid 3 minutes before I come to. Probably stitches or glue in my future. They were so shaken up by the whole thing, and she still hasn't let me near anything sharp. TL, doctor, traumatized my girlfriend and kid by stabbing the crap out of myself, and going unconscious for a little bit. Merry Christmas y'all. Good thing you didn't puke greenish vomit in her car too. That would have been a nasty yet festive car ride. It's called a vasovagal syncope, a reaction that is more common than most people realize to the sight of blood. I've seen all types pass out from a cut on their finger. Scares the life out of people that don't know what it is. Why did you pass out? Not sure. Remember being sick to my stomach, then having that I drank an entire frat party feeling while trying to figure out why my girl was freaking out. You know we got to see the finger, right? If that isn't a great Christmas story, then I don't know what is. Sorry about your finger. Let's hope it doesn't become a tradition, Hannah.